What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to an episode of Fishing with me, DYang. If you guys haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna do a little walkthrough and see what he got inside, alright? Let's go check it out. Me and my buddy Brian. So let's get ready for the ice season. What's up, Brian?
Hey,
how's it going?
How are you?
Hey, nice to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you as well.
Hey, so, my last video, thank you guys a lot for watching the videos, and I heard a lot of great things that you guys have been stopping by, saying hi to my great guy, Brian here. Why don't you walk me through the shop, man? Let my viewers, my subscribers know what's it like here. Yeah, let's get going on the shop.
Okay, so what do we want to look at the ice?
Yeah, let's look at the ice stuff.
Okay.
Yep, a lot of my views are...
We can start right here.
Right here, okay.
So I got a great selection of the Rapala jig and wraps. Very popular for the walleye, white bass, perch, crappie.
Yep.
Basically, I've caught just about anything on those.
Right.
Got Acme tackles, hyper rattles, and hyper glides. They were very popular this last year. Great seller and great fish catchers as well. If you're not familiar with it, the glide has actual fins that flare out when the bait drops.
Nice.
So it allows that bait to kind of glide and do some stuff, and it slows the descent, which a lot of fish, that triggers a lot of bites.
Okay.
So very good bait there. Very good selection here of the Northland, the buckshot rattle spoons, which catch multiple fish as well, species that is, and then the Acme Castmasters. When it comes to spoons, those are my go-tos, which is obviously why I stock them. and yeah, just great all around baits there. Plastics, we are Kalen, Acme Tackle, Beaver Dam, hard and soft, basically, Acme Tackle. We are their retail outlet store here in Fort Atkinson, so you can come here to get all your supplies versus maybe going online, or like you used to be able to do. They would allow you into the factory here in Fort, but that ceased as of a few years ago. So they called us up. They said, "Hey, we heard you got this great shop down here and a lot of extra room to put some things." So we brought them in here into the shop, and it's been a great addition. Obviously, Kalen Plastics is one of the more popular brands out there. Got a great selection of the Bee Fishing, Moxie worms and grubs, paddle tails. I don't think there's a color, size, or shape or whatever that I don't have. If you can kind of sneak through here, obviously I got a big Eskimo with the new 540i insulated, but if you can sneak past there, you can see my plastics go on for a ways there. We got the Gulp, Berkeley Power Baits, Walleye Assassin paddle tails, which were great this fall. They caught a lot of walleyes out there on the rock, and then the Yum Grubs in the back. Still got some bass spinner baits and stuff up here, pike spinner baits, which are all on sale right now, 35% off on all my spring and summer and open water gear. Do have St. Croix. We are an elite St. Croix dealer. We push over 125 St. Croix rods out of this little shop a year, and that's gained us an elite dealer status. We have the rod and reel deal, which if you buy a St. Croix rod that's above $200, we'll put a reel on it for 50% off, up to a $100 reel. So we'll save you $50 right off the bat when you buy an Avid or better Legend or Legend X. And on the other side of that, $200 below, which is like your Icons and Premiers and Mojos, we'll give you 20% off on the reels, up to a $100 reel. So you can save some money right off the bat, getting yourself into an awesome St. Croix rod and reel combo.
Nice.
Vast selection of other open water rods. Quantum Daiwa for sure, Daiwa. In fact, as of this next year, we will be stocking. I ordered about $20,000 worth of Daiwa products, reels, rods, all the accessories, and their J braids and line. So Daiwa is going to be heavy in the shop here. So if you're a Daiwa fan, which you should be because they're great reels, amazing rods, you're gonna like what you see this coming spring. 13 Fishing, I carry those. Abu Garcia, Berkeley. The list goes on and on when it comes to open water rods, and obviously lower price than the St. Croix, and a great selection there. Should be having all your accessories for augers. We've got the replacement blades for all different Jiffy, Strikemaster, Ion. We have travel covers for when you do purchase a new Eskimo ice shack from us. We'll give you a good deal on all the accessories that come with that. The covers, the hitch, the universal hitches for hooking up to a four-wheeler or snowmobile. Well, the Hyfax runner kits are important for underneath the sled. It reduces the wear and tear that happens to the actual bottom of your sled, and it's easier to replace the runners than your whole unit. So, a very good idea to grab the Hyfix runner kits. We got a couple of various different ice lines, Suffix, Beaver Dam, Trilene, of course, and getting more in for that stuff too. Your tip up. You need to replace a flag. I got replacement flags. I have the replacement guts, the spindles and spools for those as well, and I carry a wide variety of the Beaver Dam tip-ups. Nice. Here's their new color for this year. Their color scheme, red and black, which fits right into our. I love the red and black. It's kind of the Rock River bait box color, so that worked out really nice that they decided to go with a red and black color scheme on that. And those right now are $44.99. With a 20% off today, you could walk out of here with a great selection of Beaver Dams. This is their 55th year anniversary tip up. They went back to this pale green, which is the color of that year, 55 years ago, that they came out with, much like the red and black one up there. 55 years ago they came out with this green, and these are also serial numbered. They only made 1,500 of these, and this happens to be 102 of 1,500. $49.99 on those. Nice. So a great price on a very kind of legendary type tip up there. I know we kind of touched on the 540i here. I just wanted to point out that that Eskimo is one of the only companies that made a full door that opens right to the ice. Not that I'm aware of. You can find that with any other brand. And this is the four person. I mean, you could easily put 4 people in there and fish them all together. Keep your family warm. If you want to go out with your wife and kids or whatever, you can put everybody in there, fish very comfortably, and a great price on that as well. $429.99 is the price on that. The walleye flies, white bass flies, kind of a staple here, or they've become a staple here. And man, do they catch the walleyes! Now I've been using flies. I grew up by Berlin, Wisconsin. We're right on the Fox River, and obviously the Wolf was not far from it. I remember buying my first pack of flies from a bait shop in Winneconne, right on the river there. And I think I was about 15 or 16 years old, and I've been using them ever since. Caught tens of thousands of walleyes on the flies. So obviously one other very important item that I had to have in the shop. Awesome. And those are all hand tied by local guys here. Willie and Dave are a phenomenal job.
They look great.
On that. Passing around the augers. So just like my used rods and reels over there, I do trade-ins on used augers, or I will buy them outright as well. Just depending on the situation and what's going on currently in the shop, and so there is the opportunity for you to upgrade or trade in your older model for something new. Got your terminal tackle wall here, so treble hooks, regular hooks, octopus hooks, weights, and monoline, braided line.
Wow.
Just a great selection all around there for your terminal tackle. And right here.
Check this.
So, this is Eskimo's, say, rival to the K-drill. It is a plastic auger with the cast bottom here, dual blade. And this is where all the magic happens down there, fellas. That's gonna chew through ice like you wouldn't believe. This is an unbreakable plastic, so it is super light. Go ahead, feel that.
Oh, dude.
That is
really light.
That is an ice auger.
Look at that, you guys.
And
that's unbelievable.
It's great. It's very durable. They got a like a hexagon aluminum shaft that runs the entire length of that. I like, and I know a lot of guys out there that have been using these power drill augers. Is a lot of guys have lost them down the hole. Yeah. Like the chuck on your drill loosens up. You start to pull out of the hole, and all of a sudden, boom! There goes that auger right down the hole. It's a $239 auger, and all of a sudden you just drop that thing down the hole. Eskimo came out with this plate. It's oversized, bigger than the auger, so if that thing does happen to drop in, it's going to stop. It's going to catch itself on the hole. Neat. Great design. Sticking with Eskimo and the ice gear here, this is the Wide One Inferno. It's a one-man, very comfortable, insulated thermal shack. And one of the options here, and again, I don't think any other brand out there is doing it, is they're giving you an expandable area to fish out front of you here, and it's so simple. So that's the traditional style right there. That's the traditional width of all your one man. And what's nice here, you can see this is in the windbreak mode here. So all you got to do is undo the latches, and that drops back down into your traditional sled. You still got plenty of room to put your buckets and your gear. And then again, I want to emphasize the fact that now you got this much area. All right.
He's a big guy.
I'm a big dude.
I'm a small guy. That's
yeah, I'm a pretty big dude.
Look at that.
So what's nice about this option, okay, so you saw the traditional width, which is going to give you an area, say this big, to fish. Now with that expanded out, now you got room to put maybe a hole here for maybe like a dead stick and rod. You can put your hole in the middle for your Vexilar, and you can put another hole over here where maybe you're going to sit in actual jig here. So it gives you so much more area to fish. Just a phenomenal option that there again, I don't know if any other brand is doing it.
That is awesome.
Fantastic. Eskimo's done an amazing job. Their engineers are top notch to come up with a product something similar to that. Getting back to some ice fishing jigs here. Acme Tackle's new line of Tungsten. Last year they offered a 3mm and a 5mm. And using the customers' feedback, they said, you know, we need some smaller ones and some in between for those more finicky fish. So this year they came out with the 2mm and the 4mm to complement the 3 and the 5. And they also came out with like 5 or 6 different new colors. One very popular one, at least it was last year, is the Wonder Bread. Mm-hmm. That was the hot color for last year. I expect it to be the same this year. Plastics for those guys that don't necessarily like to use the live bait. We got a great plastic selection. Your wedgies and tadpoles and just your finesse wedgies there too. Clem's making some great tungsten as well. Custom jigs and spins. Nice. We got the Mamung, the Checky, and I got some of the Rat Finkies. All really good, popular jigs. that not only are used in this area but all around. I mean, they're just they work everywhere. Great selection, colors, sizes.
I haven't seen some of those colors before. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, there again, I think even Custom Jigs and Spins came out with a few new patterns this year.
Awesome.
And then we got some of your traditional, the Marmuskas. I know that's always been a really popular jig of mine, as well as many others. So of course I got just your standard lead or solder jigs in stock here as well. Our Artisan brand, we got the I stock all the Propane Eskimos, the P1 rockets is what they're called, and we got them in the 8 and the 10 inch. Fantastic auger. Personally, I think they outdo the Jiffy Propanes, and I've owned a Jiffy Propane for 6 years. So I'll probably be upgrading to an Eskimo here one of these years. Next we have the awesome Ion X electric auger, and I'll just grab this one off here to kind of demonstrate how this operates. So it's super simple. As you can see, this is very tall on me. I have the 12-inch extension in there for when the ice does get thick and you need that extra stroke. The extension comes in handy, but you can just simply take that out. There's two screws right here that easily come in and out with an Allen wrench, and then you can shorten that up. But very, very simple operation. Here's your safety lever. You got to depress that, and then the trigger underneath is your go button. And it does spin pretty quickly. It does have the reverse option as well on your opposite hand. So you depress this, that, and then you just have to hit this, and it automatically reverses, nice. And that'll shove the slush back down through the hole and disperse it underneath the ice for very minimal cleanup that you're going to have to do with your dip.
That's awesome.
And then obviously you've probably just seen that light go off.
That is awesome for night.
Early morning, at night, when the sun's not up or just hard to see. I've actually carried this around from hole to hole using it as a flashlight. So comes in handy.
Yeah.
Full selection of Vexilar flashers units. I realize and understand completely the new Hummingbirds and things coming out with all the digital screens and all this stuff. It's really nice, and those are great. But I still sticking with the tried and true Vexilars. But if you are interested in getting a Hummingbird or Markham, them are all other brands that I can again order in for you if you so choose to go somewhere different than the Vexilar, and got some great prices on there. I think you'll see that rivals any of the big box store prices. Hand auger selection. There again, sticking with the Eskimo brand. We got your hand augers for that early ice when you maybe don't need to carry all the weight of a propane auger or even electric auger. You just want to kind of go light, and you don't have a lot of ice to chew through. Hand auger comes in handy in that case, and great prices on there too. I think anything from your 6-inch up to the 8-inch, it's like $35-$40 up to $55. So. Nice. So great pricing on that too. Great selection of your chicken jigs. I think I got every color, pattern, and size there is.
It looks like it. Every weight and everything.
But a great panfish jig there with the hair on it. I've caught just an amazing amount of bluegills and crappies on those chicken jigs. B&B tackle boxes. Have a great selection of those. So cool. If you are a crankbait guy and you do a lot of crankbaiting and you have multiple crankbaits like most of us all do, very easy way to store these. They will hang in the slots. Some depending on the bait, you might be able to put even 2 or 3 of a lure in there. There you go. Good idea.
Just hang it right on there.
Yep, so that'll go inside like that and hang it right on there. It's a great way to store them. It has a hard top plastic lid in there. So when you fasten this tackle box up, and here's a good time to probably had about 15 or 20 different baits in there. But you can shake this thing and you could throw it across the boat launch, or maybe it might fall out of the boat on the way home, and hopefully you catch it and get it back. But once you open this back up,
look at that.
You'll see that bait hasn't moved a bit, and that's the great way of keeping your crankbaits together.
All right, Brian, so as you guys saw in the shop, there's a lot of great things here. Ice season is coming up. You guys can go to what lakes do we have here? Like
Rock Lake is very popular.
That
Lake Ripley and Cambridge is another very popular lake around here.
Madison.
The Madison chain
Madison
is only
Lake,
30-35 minutes from here. And then obviously you got Lake Koshkonong and the Rock River here. Lake Koshkonong in the winter is a great lake to capitalize on catching walleyes and pike. I mean, that's kind of the staple out there, especially when it comes to ice fishing.
Yep.
If you want to get some big pike.
So you guys see that he got tip ups, you know, for night fishing. He got live baits that you guys saw in the last video. It's pretty much set to go on your way to Madison, Koshkonong, Rock Lake. They're all around the area. So thank you a lot, Brian.
Yeah, thank you for coming again.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour a little bit here. We'll do our best to keep you guys updated what's in the shop. Springtime is coming up. I'm always talking about springtime because I'm a big time walleye and white bass fisherman using the flies technique. So we're gonna be back here. So stay tuned for that. But please come and visit my guy here. We got a lot of great stuff, great plastics, crankbaits, flies, ice augers, anything that you need last minute, like accessories, props. It's all here, you guys. So stop by. Thank you guys for watching. So.
Yeah, thanks again.